How's it going, everyone? It's Sourcing Rao from FrostZTech, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can color grade your pictures using Adobe Lightroom. Well, Adobe Lightroom is an iconic tool created by Adobe for photographers. If you are one of them, then this tool is really helpful for you. Literally, Adobe Lightroom is comes with a few options, means a lot of options through which you can tone and do a lot more stuff than basically what you can do in Photoshop. Well, for editing things, you can go around, go to Photoshop and do some editing out there. For color grading, you can come back to Adobe Lightroom, exporting from that here. And also, I'm going to be showing you how you can do that in Adobe Lightroom. So literally, I have a picture of a person standing right around here. This picture is also given below in the description. You can download it over there, and to the credit provided all else. And well, you can check around, and the first thing for color grading is means literally just to know that whatever environment is, how it would feel. For example, if you are in a darker environment, for example, for anything, for just like if you're in a dark side or somewhere at night, then the blue color would look perfect. But just in case if you are here out in somewhere outing pictures, or maybe you're clicking pictures in sunlight and else stuff, I mean, there's a lot of things you can do out here. So first of all, you need to do is to import your photos. Just click on import photo and video, and from here you need to select a source and then import the file. Once you imported that's going to file something like this, and just click on it, go to develop, and if you're not showing anything here, just click on the photo down below and you're going to show up the photo right here. So for that, here you can split the screens and check how the picture will look before and after, and there are a lot of things you can do, right? Testing purposes, I don't think that moves it, but it is. And we can go up, down, and like this, side by side, but just in case I'm going to get something else. So out here we are having a lot of options which we can first around, but first thing I want to grab your all attention right around here in presets. So first of all, thing that I want to tell you guys is that if you're editing, then presets is a best type of thing which you can do. For example, if you go to color presets, you're gonna see something working around here. So go to bleach, bypass, and cold tone, cross process, and I mean a lot of things which you can do around here by simply clicking on presets, tweaking the things, and then working around. But in this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can do it from scratch. Means not really up and thingy things. We're not going to be going on to presets. We're going to simply start off. So starting off, we have our photo here, and it would be like if I would ignore all these people. You can simply crop the photo, clicking on here, and then maybe clicking it and then resize it like this much, and maybe portrait type, and then click done, and that's gonna give you with the person that you're currently focusing on. You can check around with this one, but I'm going to be cropping it first. And the first thing I want to do is to click on temperature. What temperature is that it tilts the temperature to the side of the thing you're working with. Now, a picture generally shoot outside doesn't look good with a blue tone. The perfect thing that you can do is to shift it out to positive side, means increasing the warmness into it. So let's go to 0, and if we go head over to -40, you see we're having a cold tone, but cold tone doesn't suit here because we are having sunlights too, so cold tone doesn't fit. So we can improve the tone, for example, but going too much would be simply destroying your picture. So maybe I'm gonna go around with, I don't know, maybe 18 looks pretty much good. Now the tint have green colors, the green boost, and the magenta boost, well, we can say pink boost. So it's up to you over which color you want to focus, but if you go green, that looks pretty much dope. But if you go pink, we're having a bit of slight pinkness here. The slight pinkness would increase pretty much good in that tilt, but I'm going to keep it 18. And also I'm going to head over to the green side, maybe -7 or something. Now, coming next, we're having exposure and contrast. Well, you already know what exposure and contrast is if you have worked around with tone curves and curves in Photoshop. I do hope that you have done that. If you have watched over Adobe After Effects, then you must know what these things are. So if we're having too much exposure, we can decrease the exposure down, we can increase the exposure up, And also we can work around with contrast, but just in case I'm going to be making contrast maybe to 8, and also I'm going to be increasing the exposure just to 0.15. Looks pretty much good. I'm going to be decreasing the temperature to 15 or something. Now the highlights is a really important thing here. If you increase the highlights, you can see things become really up and up, but you can come up with more areas, more lighting up on the dark sides. But the thing that I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to be decreasing the highlights by -2, and I'm going to be increasing the shadows by +7, maybe to +10. And also, just in case if you're having some whites here, you can give them a bit of boost, but that merely destroys the picture. So I'm going to be decreasing the whites, and I'm going to be increasing the blacks around 12. That's pretty much good. Now, here we are having 3 more things that are really important in our video, or in our picture. You can come up with clarity, but that's going to give you some really type of artistic, or you can say colorboard look or something like that. If you decrease the clarity, that's gonna go up and smoothen the picture out and giving you pretty much no clarity onto it. But I'm gonna be increasing the clarity in this case maybe to +20, +18 looks good. Now, vibrance is a color affection thing. We can change in tones color around here, maybe to +26. And the saturation, you can desaturate the picture just to make it black and white, and you can completely saturate it, but that's gonna look shit. Maybe I'm gonna be desaturating it by -5. You can increase the saturation to get some more detail into it, but just in case you have to work around with the picture and just think on it, means what look pretty much good. So out in tone curve, you have the power to change all these with your expenses, but just in case, I'm going to be showing you how you can do that. If you come around, you are having shadows here, the darks, the lights, and the highlights. So the thing you need to do is I'm going to be decreasing the highlights just a bit, not too much. I'm going to be coming to lights. Also, I'm going to be decreasing a few amount of lights, so that looks pretty much good. And I'm going to be increasing darks right around like that. And I'm going to be coming to shadows, and also I'm going to be decreasing it like that. So we're having a good curve right around here. You can move around with these if you just want darks to be pretty much good. And also I'm going to be making this like that, and maybe this a bit. Okay. Now the region of highlights and means to just what you have done around here, it shows right around there. But just in case if you want to modify that, you can modify them right on points, or you can use the curve. Coming down, we have a really main function here, which is called the hue and saturation level. Here you can see all the color hues, and you can check out saturation, about means what color need to be saturated, what color need to be desaturated. You can check on luminance, what color need to be illuminated completely to 100%, but we're going to be working around with that. And you can switch to all to make it work with everything and come up points and points. I'm going to go to hue. Now to define colors, we're having pretty much yellow color here. So if you increase yellow, you can see the pretty much the back strips and the working around behind. When it goes green, I'm going to be making it maybe 0, and also I'm going to be giving it a bit of red boost, and I'm going to be increasing the oranges, and also I'm going to be decreasing the yellows maybe just a bit, maybe 20, and also I'm going to be keeping the green maybe to plus, I don't know, 8, because we already have a green tone up there. Aqua color is generally around with a cold tone, but I'm going to be increasing it a bit. Blue, I'm going to be making it light, and also I don't think we are having purple or magenta up in both pictures, so that doesn't affect it either way, but just in case to make it look pretty much good. So I don't think magenta is there. Okay, magenta is a bit of right around here. You can see if you increase it, changes the color. I don't know, that's not necessary, so just simply zoom out. Also coming to saturation, there's need not to be anything, but I'm going to be saturating reds. Also I'm going to be saturating green by +7. I'm going to be, okay, that's pretty much good. Let's go to luminance. I'm gonna be increasing, maybe decrease it by -4, the luminance of green, and I'm gonna be increasing the reds. Okay, that's pretty much the thing we need. So coming down, we have split toning here, the highlights and L stuff. So if you go to hue, you gotta increase the highlights for your hue for your highlights. I'm gonna be keeping the hue where it is, but I'm gonna be increasing the saturation for our highlights by, you know, maybe 10 or maybe 8. Work around, you got a 6. And the balance of things is, just in case you want a bit of balance, I'm gonna be decreasing it 10. And also for the shadows, we're gonna be doing is I'm gonna be saturating it up, maybe 5 or maybe 1. I don't know, 4 is really good. The sharpening amount is for, means how you can see and work around with the accuracy of it. If you sharpen it completely, you're gonna see it very in great detail, but looks good. We have to work around with that, and maybe 10 would be pretty much good value for that. And I'm gonna be decreasing the radius to 0.5 and maybe detail to 50, and there's no need for mask. Noise reduction is just in case if you're having pretty much these noises like this, but that's not detailed noises, so we need not to decrease it, and it won't even affect, I think. If we go ahead over to luminance and decrease noise, I don't think we're having something really good here. Oh, that's pretty much working. I mean, you're having less noise, just in case if you have 0, you have some noise here, and just decrease it, that's gonna remove the noise. Pretty much something like that. So we are having smoothened thing around. So okay, coming down, we're having details. If you increase the details, that's gonna look pretty much very smooth, but I think I'm gonna go to maybe keep it 70 and increase the contrast just a bit, maybe to 8. Now coming down, we are having lens correction. This happens when you're having tilted pictures. You can enable profile correction to make the pictures come up and constraint crop for making them straight. You can have chromatic aberrations, but that's not necessary in this type of picture. We are completely up and good. Now this is what most of the people do. If you go to positive, that goes white and black. I'm gonna make it 0 for now. Also, I'm gonna be showing you how you can tweak. So coming up with vignette settings, we need to tweak it a bit. Just in case if you want to make it white vignette around the picture, maybe something like cloud-like effect, but I'm gonna make it a bit dark, maybe -20. And the midpoints, we can increase them just or maybe decrease them just a bit. Go over to the side. What's that for left? Roundness. Maybe roundness to +20, 12. Feathering, you need to be really good with feathering. If you're having a completely dark vignette like that, you have to make it good on feathering, just in case. I'm going to be decreasing for now, maybe to where it was, it's not 0, -20. And I'm going to be decreasing the feathering just a bit. That doesn't really work with that. So I'm going to be increasing the highlights and the grain. I don't know why people generally use grain. I really don't like it, but you can keep it disabled. If you increase the grain and go to head over to 100%, you're gonna get something which we literally removed before, and I'm gonna be going to 0. Now camera calibration is not primary enabled here. We don't want that, but embedded shadows, you can increase them around. For final tweak right around here, you can just go and complete with that. Maybe the blue primary. Just a bit. And there you have it. I mean, so after that done, there you have it, and it looks pretty much dope. And I mean, you can compare it with the picture that we have before and what we have after. I mean, that literally is pretty much great. You can shift over to blue tone just if you want, but I do think that blue tone is helpful just in case if you're having pictures on night. And there are tools lots around here. For example, the spot removal tool, and the best thing I like is the gradient. The gradient, like something, if you can work around with that like this and just create it like that. Shift the midpoint right around here, and you can literally get that mask up and work around with it. I'm going to just delete that mask for now. And there are a few things I would like to do around here is that, yeah, in this case, more than that, I'm gonna be increasing exposure just a bit more, maybe to 0.30, and I'm gonna be making the contrast to 5. Now it looks pretty much good. We're having here, and you can see the effect that we actually created, not the effect, the color correction we did is pretty much good, and we're having it means a lot better than we have before. So that would be it for today, and I think I'm going to be creating a few presets of my own. You can get them later when I release them. It's going to be free. I don't think I want to know about that, but so we're going to be having more of this on the channel. Make sure to like and subscribe. It's FrostZTech, and I'm signing out.